So I'm back. Hello, YouTube. This is Latasha with She's Got Skills, and I just want to share something with you of what I'm doing with this Amazon Vevor high tunnel or greenhouse. I think it's called the Amazon Vevor greenhouse, but of course, it's a tunnel. So there are some things I'm going to be sharing with you that I'm working on with this tunnel, and I'm just trying to be able to keep some plants that are sensitive to cold weather inside of here, and I'm going to share that type of plant that I'm going to be growing in here with you also. But I want to first go in here and show you what this tunnel is looking like. It's nothing completely done in here. I'm still working on everything, but I want to show you what I'm doing in here. So first of all, this tunnel is, I have a video where I framed the tunnel and did all of this, and then I added this. This is a 2x2, a 1x2, and they're actually like the stakes that you would buy to stake things in the ground. So they're about this wide, and I just cut those to about a foot and a half. What was that? About a foot, maybe a foot long. And I didn't really measure them. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't measure them. I was thinking I probably did, but I didn't measure them. I remember just cutting them just enough so that they could support this top part and try to keep it as straight as possible. I saw another YouTuber do it, and I thought I would try that on mine also. And then he duct taped it. So you do all of this while you're framing it. You do all the adding this brace while you're doing it, before you put your cover on, and you just duct tape it. So it has when I put these on, I use, what do you call those locks? These, yeah, these ties. I'm gonna have to get this. So I use these heavy duty cable ties. That's what this one says, cable ties. And I put one on that side, one on that side. I duct taped, cut those pieces off, then I duct taped them real tight so they could be a very good brace. Okay, now the video that I had, it's not going to show you how to put the cover on, because after you put in 100 trillion screws in this thing, you'll find that that's the most tedious thing. It's not even hard, it's just tedious that you have to put that many screws in to put it together. I mean, it works, but then the cover goes on like in 5 minutes. You can get that cover on in five minutes if you got two people, maybe 15 or 20 minutes if it's you by yourself. Okay, I did not video that part. Okay, so now I want to share with you. So I knew I wanted to use this area. This area slopes down as I walk down. It's going to get, I'm walking down, and I knew I just wanted to use this area on my property. So I decided I did not mind having to level it out. It goes from this one cinder block, and you see 3 here, but really it's about 4 by the time you get down there, and one of them is in the ground about halfway, like you see right there. But I knew I wanted to use this, and I basically, with the cinder block, I just, after I put the cover on, I came out here and I put the 2x4 on there. Now you'll see this in my video, how to use a ram set trigger shot. You'll see that. So I put the 2x4 on top of the concrete, and the plastic cover is sandwiched between it. And what I did is I pulled it as tight as I could, and then I just used the ram set trigger shot to nail it in there. And it's inside these concrete blocks. And I use the green box of the 22 calibers because they don't break your concrete. They're made to give enough power to the concrete. And so if you look at this, they're in there. This doesn't move at all. Not at all. So is no wind going to come and pick this up? That's the whole point of doing this. There is no wind that's going to come and blow this cover off of here. It also helps tighten the cover, like making it a lot tighter. Now, once I frame my door, it's going to get even tighter. So watch here. Once I frame the door, it's going to make this thing a lot tighter. Look at that. And once I frame the door, that'll be better. So that's how I have attached that cover. But this is how I attach the frame. So I used, I tried everything. I used concrete, what are these? Concrete screws to attach it to the concrete. So this is really what's keeping the frame from going anywhere. Oh, it's starting to rain. See? I just use these. That's the best way to do it. I did a little bit, some different stuff on this side. I'm not going into it because I don't think it's the easiest way to do it, but concrete screws still. Concrete screws. I don't think I screwed that side in because the 2x4 would have been on top. So I just set it on top of this here thing, and so the 2x4 sits on the top of this lip right here on the other side. This one, I'm going to have to go ahead and screw that one in because the wood did not go that far. Yeah, just want to show that to you guys. Give you an idea of how this is being used. The next thing I'll show you is I'm going to be paving. The next update will be paving. I'm just going to use some pavers. I might just use something similar to these, or I might make my own concrete form, maybe a 24 foot by 24 foot, so that I don't want to just have concrete going, like a whole solid one piece of concrete going down that way. So I want to be able to remove them. So I'll probably come in here and do a 24 by 24 form and make my own concrete stepping stones that way. Yep. But these are going to be the garden beds for this greenhouse, for this tunnel. And it's going to be for dragon fruit. So these tunnels are for just something different. It's not going to be any regular summer vegetables and things like that. I'll put that in my garden, and I'll show you my garden also. But I want some things that are different. I want dragon fruit. I want mangoes. But this is going to be for dragon fruit only. Okay. So that is what it looks like in there. And I'll give you my next update when I do my pavers. Also, let me show you now. This is how deep this goes back. So I said that I think the leveling in the back door is so high off the ground that let me see if I can find my measuring tape. Here it is. I was saying that I think the back door is so high off the ground. I want to measure it today and see how far from the ground it is. Okay, so I thought it was 2 feet, but it is, what's that? About 20 inches off the ground. And I'll share with you what I'm going to do with that. This is what it looked like from the back. So, as you see, we've been having a lot of rain, so I'm not able to do what I wanted to do yet because these are 4x4s that I have put in here with concrete, and I have 2 on each side. And I'm going to have this same type of wood, decking wood, go across here to close the back, and on this side the same way, but I'm going to have a door right here so I can get in and out from the back. So it's going to be a door that I can open up and go inside here. I probably won't use this as much. Maybe I'll just duck and go underneath it. I don't know. But during the winter time, I probably would not use the door anyway to let all the heat out. But I am going to have a wood burning stove in this area right here. So I'll share that with you also. It's going to be a concrete pad here. Don't know how wide yet, but it's going to be far enough away from there. So I'm thinking it's going to be about 30 inches away from that wall, and it'll be in this area right here. And then I'll just walk in here from the back and put the wood into the wood burning stove. I'm gonna duck it out through here, so I'm gonna frame this maybe some 2x4 frame up from the inch from the ground, piece of 2x4, 2x4, 2x4 frame, and maybe a piece of wood, plywood in here, and I'm gonna duck it out that way for the smoke to go out. What you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching. If you like this type of content, it's always something with my brain that I need to do. So I don't get it all done in one day because, one, I have a daughter that I take care of. Two, because my health does not allow me to do it all day long. When I was young, I could do that. But three, is too hot. By the time summer and spring comes in Georgia, it is too hot to be out here. So I probably spend about an hour combined, or maybe like 2 hours if I got to cut grass. But yeah, so if you like this content, just like and share. Subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more of this, and I thank you for watching.